I really enjoyed Sheikh Jaffar's lecture tonight. I was very intrigued by the notion of the Islamic notion of justice, which I wasn't familiar with. And I was also interested in the relationship between sort of the Western notion of justice and the Platonic notion of justice versus the Islamic notion. And so I found one of the things that was most interesting was I found that there was much overlap in the Western philosophical canon of justice and the Islamic notion. So now I'm intrigued, and I'm looking forward to looking into this further to try to make these kinds of connections for my classes here at Chico State.
Thank you for putting on this event. It was super informative. I feel like we should have more speakers coming onto campus to talk about injustices and how to make other people on our campus feel more safe and included. And I think that it was cool to have someone from the Muslim community to come in and talk, because I feel like we don't have very many Muslims in this community. So super informative and very educational. And I hope that we can have more speakers like him come in and speak for us.
I really appreciate this, and I think that just the conversation that occurred today would really help promote a more open-minded campus. And I know that Chico typically is a little bit more open-minded compared to some other schools, maybe not compared to other schools in California, but across the nation, definitely. And this is the stepping stone to, breaking down those walls, helping people understand that other people are just people and not like thinking of people into their sex, like into their religion or their culture or whatever group that people put each other in. And like he said today, he brought up his child, and you think of, everybody's a parent at some point, and you don't think of them as what they believe in, but that they're going through the same struggles as parents and whatnot. And I've heard of people doing like the Ask a Muslim thing, and I think that's a really good idea. If you feel comfortable enough ever doing that on campus, that would be a great way to immerse people more in the idea of treating people like people as we deserve to be treated.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Roger Ramirez, and I'm part of Calmina, and we're a student organization on campus that seeks to bridge divisions within the Middle East and North Africa, and also to the American society here in Chico. I think you guys' events are very important, because it makes our job easier as far as like recruiting and helping incoming Chico State students, both from abroad and from the US, with the education process of the actual culture of the Middle East versus to what we're all exposed to in the media on a daily basis. As a group, we clarify stigmas and celebrate the culture of the MENA region. And that's very hard to do today because, as you guys know, the social and political issues that are going on in our country today are very hard. And so thank you guys for putting on events that further improve or give people more knowledge and the tools to then make decisions or think for themselves. And that for our group makes it easier for people to come approach us because it's a topic that they've listened to before in an event. And so events like these help us recruit more people and help us change the stigmas that exist, not only in the US, but here in our community as well. So thank you guys.
I think it was a great event. I like to see things put on, especially as being a part of the Muslim community. I like to see it going on in Chico just because I feel like in Chico, there are definitely a lower number of Muslims, and also, like we talked about, there's a certain stigma around Islam. A lot of people are fearful or maybe apathetic, and either they don't care or they don't really want to care about Muslims and anything going on with them. So I definitely think it was successful. I think, the more people see, the better. I like how there was an open discussion because people got to ask questions. That man right there, he had a prejudice, and I hope he left the room without a prejudice. So if nothing else, you got one, you educated and entertained a bunch of people, and you got one person to drop their prejudice. I couldn't ask for a more successful event. That's exactly what you're aiming for. So it was great. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Zuriel Bias. I heard about this event after attending the council in which it was presented to come to fruition, I guess. And after hearing about it, I got really excited because it's stuff that I like to talk about. I think any kind of injustice anywhere is something really important to discuss, but particularly right now, the Islamic community is facing a lot because of socio-political climate in America. So I just got really excited coming here, and hearing the presentation was really nice. He did a really great job speaking very fluidly about the subject and answering any questions that people had to really clarify any kind of misjudgment or ignorance that people might have on the subject. So I just think it was an overall really well planned out event with a really great speaker.
Salam, my name is Gino Greco. I'm a business finance student at CSU Chico. I attended the Salam event here with Faiyaz Jaffer. My best takeaway from the event was the meaning of justice. And in Arabic, that meaning is adl, which essentially means that things are placed where they're supposed to be. And I learned a lot from the event, and we'll definitely have a better understanding moving forward of what justice means.
Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful evening. It was very informative, very inspiring to learn about the different values that are in the Muslim faith and religion. I thought your speaker was outstanding, and when he was asked kind of pointed questions at different times, he handled them so nicely and made us in no time feel these things we all feel and face in our own religions or in our own ways of handling things.